Hello, hello, are we live? Guys, welcome back after so long to Would You Rather. I mean, this is like a thing I haven't done in forever. I've really missed it. Because the thing is, I planned to do one of these a while ago. I planned to do one of these months ago, but unfortunately... So I'm trying to get it up here. Unfortunately, E3O is gone. Alright. Let me just read out the description, alright? E3O sadly closed down. You try and go there, it won't work. I'll even show you. If we head over here, there's today's charity shout-out and question of the day. Talk more about those later. E3O? I've always said either, but either would also make sense. This one, though, the game of preference, it doesn't work. You try and go to this address, and it'll just give you, like, an error. You see how it's buffering? It simply doesn't work, which is a real shame. But what I realized is that, as it said here, it just so happens that the very first partner of the Hydration Nation, aka Community Build, has a bot with a function that replicates the iconic Would You Rather game, Yagpdb, yet another general purpose Discord bot. Yep, try and say that 5 times as fast. This bot replicates the iconic Would You Rather game. So I'm heading over there to give it a go and play this game at least one last time, because the truth is, guys, I love doing Would You Rather streams. We only did a couple, it was once every few months, but like everyone who always joined in on these talked about how fun it was, how unique it was. But with E3O gone and the substitutes that we've attempted on previous streams looking mediocre at best, I'm not sure we're ever going to do Would You Rather again, unless we were to actually go to the effort of like coming up with like custom prompts and pre-writing everything ourselves, which would be so much effort. It's a shame. So what I'm doing here is kind of testing my one last hope of potential Would You Rather streams. This will probably be a one-off. I don't know. But regardless, we are here. You know, and yeah, so the Hydration Nation, right? You all know the Hydration Nation. The answer to this is no. I have an emoji for this somewhere, don't I? How about regional indicator? No, because the Hydration Nation, as you all know, is, you know, my Discord server, but if you go to Partners feed, you might see posts from other places. Deep in the About section, if you go to the pin and you look at Partners, you will see that there are several other servers that I'm partnered with. We basically, you know, follow each other's announcement channels, have a few emojis that relate to each other, you know, there's little, like, links and ties, basically. Community Build is this huge server. It is humongous, although it is not that active. That is owned by Corey, aka Diamond Chef. Corey was planned to be joining me for this stream, but unfortunately he's not able to make it, I don't think. And technically, this stream is open to anyone if they so wish to join, because I have, you know, moderator, admin privileges even, permissions on the server, so I can moderate voice chat. What we're going to be doing, if I just turn the music down because it's getting a bit loud, is heading over into the activities voice chat within the talk and stream section. This is just an announcement that was just made. I was just having to look at that. And I actually have two people who are scheduled to be joining me for this, and I'll introduce them if and when they are able to join. I don't want to confirm anything because I know things are kind of up in the air. But yeah, and we're going to be playing with yet another general purpose Discord bot. Like this. You see this? The one I used for the thumbnail? You basically type -YWYR and it prompts you with something like this. And we're just going to give this a go. We're gonna do a few. And you guys can join in from live chat. If you guys want to, you know, come in here and, you know, and chat and kind of like message what you would choose as well. It generates reactions with A and B, so we can use these. Also, Mac, you're here. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, dude?
I'm doing great. How about you?
You're a little quiet on my end, but I'm doing fine, thank you. Yeah, guys, Masochistic Mac will be joining me, and his channel is tagged in the description. You can see the amazing content this guy's got. And he actually has a second channel as well, which is going to be interesting. Yeah. Anyways, just catch up with the chat. We could try using ChatGPT Frog Balloon. That's a very good point. It's decent at coming up with this stuff, but artificial intelligence is, like, kind of controversial. I don't know if it would be a good idea to use it that much, but to be fair, like, it's once every few months we do one of these. That could be fun. I think we should at least attempt that. So maybe in a future stream we could do that. That's a great idea. We in Community Build just call it YAG, Matt. YAG. Okay, interesting. Also, Moichiro, how that's pronounced. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. So, if we're ready to go, we can just take a look at this first prompt, I guess. So, would you rather either be able to manipulate probability to your advantage, or be able to manipulate energy to achieve incredible feats? What do you think, Meg? Just gotta adjust the volume so people can hear you properly, because you are definitely on the quiet side. There we go. Sorry, what were you saying?
Probably manipulate energy.
So why manipulate energy?
Well, that really depends.
Yeah.
What kind of feats are we talking about?
That's the thing, it's kind of vague, isn't it? I mean, energy comes in all forms, right? You got like chemical, electrical, you know, nuclear, a kinetic. Being able to manipulate energy doesn't mean creating or destroying it, because you can't do that. But you can channel it, redirect it, convert it, maybe. If you could just magically convert chemical to electric energy or something like that, that'd be pretty crazy. It's a bit vague the way it's phrased, though. I would pick manipulate probability. That just means you're lucky. And if you're lucky, then you can basically do anything that is, like, within the laws of physics. You could just do completely improbable things, survive completely, like, improbable scenarios, and you would be an absolute winner with any kind of gambling or game with money. You could make absolute stocks. Also, we have some new people joining voice chat. Frog Balloon and Insta are here. Welcome to the stream, boys. How you doing?
Good day, my man. Hello, Frog. Hello,
I'm gonna
Matt.
tag you all in the description.
Insta.
Wait, no, it's in
Able to
alphabetical order, isn't it?
manipulate probability or energy.
Yeah. What do we think?
Okay.
Thanks for joining. Guys, if you don't know who these people are, they're all the Hydration Nation. We've done many collab streams before, but if you haven't seen their channel before, check them out. Some talented folks here.
Where is this? I assumed it would be in
general.
the bots
General
It's, I don't know. People just use it in, I don't know which channels it does and doesn't work in.
energy. Yeah,
But
I was
like
watching the
Frog
discussion.
Balloon's
Like,
channels.
what do they mean by energy?
That's
Do you
the
mean
thing.
energy as in like any type of energy? Because that's like you can literally destroy the entire world by yourself.
Yeah, I don't think that's the vague part. I think the vague part is incredible feats. I don't like it's a
Yeah.
weirdly generic kind of thing. I don't know what that means. Also, I need to charge my phone. Crikey, I completely forgot. Give me a second. Oh, my charger's down here on the floor.
Incredible feats. So like.
I mean, you'd have superpowers, right? You could use your kinetic energy to kind of like fly, jump super high, have super strength. Because you could channel it right from around you. I don't know, it's kind of vague, which is why I picked the probability one. The probability one is a lot clearer what it's talking about. And I genuinely think that would be more useful.
Same.
You could make a lot of money with that. You could potentially save lives with that. You could be, you know, in a like life-threatening situation and survive just because it's like so improbable. But you can control your own luck.
And even with the small things, I mean, listen, I play a lot of RNG-related games, and if I can manipulate RNG, I can just first try everything, you know?
Exactly. Like in some cases, in all cases, you could literally like. You know when people are like, oh, well, theoretically, in FNAF 3, you could play, you know, Nightmare Aggressive only and Springtrap won't move or won't move to beyond 2 cameras or whatever, and it's like, you could actually do that.
Yeah, you're just gonna be like, well, you know, I'm too lazy. I'm just like, yeah, you're sitting in one place. Goodbye.
This is just, I call this the AFK night. Yeah, like, that would be insane.
Call this Night Zero.
I like that, actually, Night Zero. But yeah, you could actually do that.
Oh, that's great.
Frog, what about you? You haven't really weighed in since you just joined.
Yeah, I kind of didn't really think about it. I picked energy at first, but I think that your argument for probability is really compelling.
Yeah,
so,
it's more the phrasing. If B was phrased better, I might be more tired. But yeah, we're going to try another one, though. That was just the first one I got for the thumbnail. We're going to do a bunch more. So
yeah, fair enough.
I'm going to just hit Would You Rather, and let's talk about it. Would you rather always speak your mind or never speak again? Ooh.
This is an interesting one.
I mean, I like to speak sometimes, so
you know,
jokes on you, I already do one of these. Yeah.
You know, if you always speak your mind, you could just, like, talk normally and then barely whisper out the details you want them to miss.
I guess.
So,
technically.
Yeah, I guess that's a workaround? I don't know.
I mean, I'm not too concerned about what's going on in my mind. It's not like I don't want, you know... I feel like I would rather be able to communicate with other people than just, like, not have them know what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Also, I just want to clarify for chat, obviously, Insta, yes, you are able to join. Guys, if you are on community build, you can join. Anyone can join. Unless there's a problem, which I can deal with. Watch, I'm going to prove it, guys. I'm going to ban Mac from community build. I have that power.
No.
I can kick Insta. I'm going to time out Frog Balloon. Easy peasy. No. But, like, I can moderate chat, so if you don't have the link, you can find it on the Hydration Nation. I should have put it in the description, shouldn't I? You know what? We're going to promote community build, guys. I'm going to add it to this one. I'm going to have it so this actually expires 7 days? I'm going to have it expire in 12 hours, but with a limit, no limit of uses. So guys, if you're here for the stream, save the description. I'm just gonna pin it in chat. I'm gonna pin it in chat because community build, thriving, beautiful community. You should definitely join. Check out. I was just on here earlier today, looking at some of the conversations going on. It was pretty interesting actually. There's some really talented artists here as well. So yeah, I've pinned it in chat. Hopefully, I should have done it at the start, but yeah. So back to the thing. Always speak your mind. You would kind of like, you'd be a very talkative person. You'd always be blurting things out, talking over people. Unfortunately, I think this would give you a kind of rude reputation. I was like this as a kid. I would always speak my mind. It wasn't like absolute, but oof, I don't know how people tolerated me. Because like, you know, you might not realize it, but there are a lot of situations where you just don't say a lot of the things you're thinking. A lot of like the intrusive thoughts, the judgments of people you hardly know, job interviews, school. It would suck, dude. You would be like, your reputation would be awful, and it'd be like, unless you got to work around like Insta, maybe that would work. But it's like, maybe you could say you have a condition, and it's like when people are like, why are you whispering? You saying things right behind my back. You're like, I have like, you know,
special kind of Tourette's syndrome or something.
Tourette's, that's what I'm for. You could say I've got a Tourette's which makes me whisper. Ignore it. I think you can make that work, but you would kind of be known. That would make life a bit difficult, I think, in a lot of ways. As a streamer, like if I always spoke my mind, I think I would have been. No, I always do speak my mind. I've said some very diabolical things. I don't know if the thing is, never speak again.
I would not be. I wouldn't be on the face of YouTube. I mean, if I spoke my mind all the time.
Yeah. The thing is, if you never speak again, for me, I can't live being mute. I can't imagine that. You would learn other ways to communicate. There are mute people who have, you know, healthy, successful lives, and maybe you could cheat around with like a text-to-speech thing. You just type in what, because I remember I was in a car trip home from the dentist one time, my dad. I had one of my molars removed because I have a root canal infection. It's completely gone, guys. I don't want to be gross, but if I open my mouth, you can actually see. But I was essentially unable to talk because I had to basically have like a tissue in my mouth because it was bleeding. Long story. But what I did is I got my phone and started typing to get a text-to-speech to speak for me. It was quite funny. And you could make that work, right? So that's my thoughts on the situation. I think you could make either of them work.
Either have workarounds, to be fair. But I think always speak your mind still has, like, its benefits.
I just think, like, you're gonna definitely get in trouble with what you say, because especially if you're, like, on camera, so people might pick up on something you say even if you don't, like, really, like, mean it, because it's just one of those random thoughts. Right. I think I might actually go with never speak again, because I think with the whole text-to-speech thing, you could very easily have a phone on you at all times, who doesn't in this day and age, and become a quick typer, and then you can change your voice to whatever you want it to be. And this kind of thing is only getting better. You think of AI voices imitating, you could, like, speak with someone else's voice. It could be quite a fun party trick, actually. So I think I'd go with never speak again. It would be kind of sad never to have your proper voice, but, you know, you could... I don't know, you could change your voice.
I guess you could get used to it, though, right?
Exactly.
You'd have, like, a voice that sort of describes your personality.
Well, it's the thing. There's so many voices out there, and maybe you could even get an AI to replicate your actual voice from recordings. I know there's plenty of recordings on my voice. There are, like, thousands of hours of my voice on the internet. It could absolutely do that with accuracy, which is kind of scary, thinking about it. And like
AI might not be able to fully replicate mine because I've used multiple mics and went through puberty sort of. These past 2 years, so.
But yeah, it's
but changing. I mean the voice has changed a lot, you know.
Again, the last thing I have to say about this is that like both have workarounds and it's something you could absolutely adapt to, because after a few years, the people who, you know, spend time frequent with you will just kind of like get so used to it they won't even notice it. And I guess it depends on your lifestyle, which might be preferable. Alright, if there's nothing else I've got to say, I'm going to move on to the next one.
Yeah, I have nothing else to say.
Alright, boys. Would you rather either be able to speak all languages fluently, or be a master of all musical instruments?
I feel like this one is Easy.
See, this one is
Yeah.
kind of... Yeah.
I see. I love how everyone's go for A, but let's explain
I mean,
it.
Mhm.
I mean, like, think about it. You must have a language barrier with someone, right? No, you don't. You know every
Hey,
language.
Becca.
You literally don't have a language barrier with
Mm.
even, like, the most random tribes that are cut out of civilization. You know their language. You
Dude.
can speak to them.
Yeah,
even
language
thought about
preserving too.
Yeah.
You can...
that's-
It's...
You could become like absolutely famous for
Yeah,
your
definitely.
ability to just learn any language instantly.
I mean, to be fair, you could become famous for mastering all musical instruments. You could technically
That
make an
is
entire
definitely
orchestra
true.
with a couple of single recordings, but
Mm.
that'd be more difficult, honestly. Also, just the musical sheets in your head must, like, take up a lot of space to know how to play every single musical instrument properly, so, you know.
Dude. Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing, right? The way I see it, being a master of all musical instruments would be insane. Your talent would be unparalleled. It would be absolutely incredible.
Right.
I think that it is definitely possible within a lifetime to probably master basically all common instruments. I think there are
Yeah, every,
absolutely
like, bass.
like maestros out there who are, you know, experts at playing
Oh,
all major
definitely.
strings
I
in the orchestra,
don't doubt it.
pianos, keyboards, all the types of guitars, basses, you know, drums, and all of the brass and like woodwind instruments. I don't doubt there are like, you know, prodigies who from a young age were able to play violin, flute, you know, trumpet and piano to a high level or whatever. You know, I knew guys in you know, high school who could play 3 musical instruments at least competently at the age of
Wow.
like 15, 16, 17.
That is insane.
There were some people, because at my high school had a very strong music department, like people were big on it. It was very like well funded and the education quality was good. It had some issues, but everything does. The thing is though, at the end of the day, that's really fun and you could definitely make a famous, wealthy career with it. But being able to speak all languages fluently, not only would I personally find this more useful, because I really struggle with language, and this is more, it's more essential, because given how globalized the world is today, you know, language provides such big barriers, because learning languages is complicated and difficult, at least for me. And
Oh no,
you
it
know,
is for most of us. I'll tell
you
you
could
that much.
learn so many more new things and meet so many more people and learn about so many experiences learning different languages. But also, as you've rightly pointed out, not only would this mean you could basically have a conversation with anyone in the world, you can also speak all languages. Dead languages like Latin, you know, you could speak fluently.
Wait.
You know, you could
Recite the Bible
you
in
could-
its first 3 languages would be insane.
right? You could, you know, speak every word on the Rosetta Stone with perfect pronunciation. You could
Oh, that'd be
meet
crazy.
uncontacted tribes, like I forget what they're called, but the dudes in the islands off the Indian coast who are, like,
Yeah.
basically completely isolated. You could be an ambassador to them, if that was something that, you know, people wanted to do. You could... If aliens visited Earth, you would be able to speak with them. There would be no
I
language
didn't
barrier.
even think of that.
People
Wait,
don't
so
think
all
about this,
languages,
but-
does that include languages of every species? So will we
I
be
would
able to speak to
assume-
animals?
I would assume. I mean, what
Well, then
qualifies
it's
as a
clear-cut
language?
answer.
Because, like,
The
animals don't have
person
languages, but they have communication. Sorry, Matt, go on. Sorry, what you saying?
Speaking, that seems a bit too far-fetched. I think it's just saying that all human languages.
I mean, it's still all human languages is still very crazy.
It says all
Yeah.
languages. But what qualifies as a language, right? There's a list
mean,
of
I guess
official languages on
something-
Wikipedia.
I guess
Well,
it's just
I
something that
don't
is like
think they have bare ease on that list.
Bearman.
Berries. Yeah. See, I think language is like a system of communication, which is primarily
Yeah.
spoken and written. It's like, you know...
See, there's also non-verbal method of
Symbols and words.
expression.
Yeah.
Oh, so
But
you
can
would
also
use, like,
speak
sign
sign language.
Sign language too. Yeah, I forgot.
So if you actually do include non-verbal stuff, you could communicate with any animal fluently, because they
Wait,
do
wouldn't that
communicate
technically, like-
with sound, not words, but sounds, body language, facial expression. You could, you know, perfectly communicate with bears, dogs, insects, microbes? No. But like,
oh my god.
then there's sign language, coding languages. Back is right, you could be an absolutely perfect programmer.
Let's go.
Is maths a language?
Wow.
Is music a language? What is the definition of language? Because it's pretty broad. Guys, I got a new debate direct topic. I gotta write this down.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Make sure to tell me when that's happening. I might be able to join.
Absolutely. Like, this is like something about language. I haven't ironed it out yet, but like, what is language? Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Wait, so wouldn't that basically make you like very... Wouldn't that make you like basically not have a problem with going deaf or going blind because you're gonna be able to read Braille and like
I guess.
do sign language?
I guess. I don't know, but like, I think languages, music is amazing, but the possibilities with language are huge. You could probably, like, if you were really good at communicating, it says, be able to speak all languages fluently. Not just that you can, but that it will be fluent, it'll be good. So, you could probably, like, rizz up every world leader and create world peace just with your words. If you got, like, the confidence to go with it, you could absolutely rizz planet Earth and create world peace.
This is free to join.
Make them all your
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Which is just insane. Sorry, there's a video that needs to go on my watch later. Wisp just uploaded for the first time in absolute months, and I'm absolutely watching that later.
Yo, Wisp.
Yes,
No
I love
way.
Wisp. One of my favorite Minecraft
He's
YouTubers.
crazy. I'm watching that later.
Anyway, yeah, Baka Junior, you want to join voice chat? You're welcome to. You're free to. It's right here. Anyway, but yeah, the archaeological possibilities. All right, let's move on to the next one because I think we've said pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Would you rather live in a world without magic spells and live in a world with magic spells and potions, or live in a world with advanced virtual reality? Okay, well, this is kind of...
This is a double-edged sword.
I think I'll go with this one.
Somewhat.
Oh, but then again...
I mean, the world of magic spells and potions, someone can literally just throw a splash potion, literally like in Minecraft, and just like murder you. Like, the possibilities for
You know what,
I
you're
mean,
right.
bodily and
Somebody
physical
can
harm
just
are...
Yeah.
pull the trigger on a gun and murder you. I'm just
You
saying.
think of all the damaging, like, spells and potions in Harry Potter and how when they get misused, they cause catastrophic events. Like, imagine the Polyjuice potion, right? But it works permanently.
Oh.
And you accidentally put it on like a cat hair and end up like Hermione. Good thing that shit wore off after a few hours. Of course, I suppose you could get one of her hairs from before and reverse the process anyway. But, like, yeah, you could just kill people with it. It would be, like, it could be undetectable.
okay.
It could be something evil. Also, Baka Junior, welcome. Boyond, how you doing?
We live in a world where I feel like I feel like comparing I feel like guns are just as dangerous as most magic weapons, honestly.
I mean...
And I feel like the possibilities for like treatment and healing people, because you can somebody can get like a fatal wound to the heart and you can like you can heal them. You can bring people. Maybe you could even bring
Wouldn't
people
you
back
be able
to
to
life.
make
I don't know,
a
that's the
potion or a
thing.
spell to cure cancer, technically?
Dude, yeah,
Like,
you
if
could,
you
like,
just master the sorcery?
become immortal or something. Fountain of Youth kind of thing.
And
Ah,
I think
immortal isn't
VR
really...
is really cool, but I feel like math just for the
This
win.
is tough.
Yeah, I think
Couldn't
so.
you practically make a advanced virtual reality with a magic spell per se?
I mean, why
Well,
would you
that's
need
the
it
thing,
though?
isn't it?
If you make a
I don't
like
know.
a spell for teleportation, why would you need it? Just go to your home. You like...
What if there was a spell that could create an entire pocket universe and you could design it however you want?
Oh, that'd be... Oh, man.
Advanced
How
virtual
different the
reality.
world would look.
It really depends on like
Yeah.
how the magic works, though, because magic. So many pieces of media have different interpretations of magic. So
Definitely.
That's true.
Mm.
I
I
Be
think
that, like,
advanced
only
virtual
people
reality
get to
will
use it.
more so make us regress as opposed to progress for the physical standpoint. Like,
I guess,
what if
yeah.
every world leader who cares? Every world leader, every cameraman, everything is just in their home and just puts on some glasses and is at like, I don't know, like they're at like this super important meeting with where they discuss like, I don't know, nuclear war or something. Wouldn't that just be like very weird and an easy way to spread like classified information? Like,
I mean, if anything's like digital, I guess you could argue that.
Mhm.
But the thing is,
Another
there
point
are
is-
safeguards and like protections for this which kind of match the potential for danger, which is why maybe magic spells and potions could cancel out its own danger, because it doesn't specify like how exactly they're available or what the requirements are. It could be like very difficult to obtain spells and potions for resources or like legal reasons. And also, the thing is, the way I see it, I think we're already in a world with advanced virtual reality, or we're close. Like, I think
We are.
the holodeck from Star Trek is going to be real in the next century, if not less, like the next couple decades. I can absolutely see it being real. So I think B is the world we live in. A is the
Does
opposite.
this lock us out of virtual reality if we choose?
oh no,
potion?
no, why
Not
would
at all.
it? I don't think it would.
If you pick A, you can
Like-
have both.
See, another point is
Well,
like this just says live in. It doesn't really mean like we have access to it. Like the random person wouldn't become a wizard, or like a random person wouldn't have access to the advanced virtual
Yeah.
reality just because living there.
Yeah, it's probably very expensive.
I'm not sure, to be
VR
honest.
already is expensive.
I guess magic spells and potions would be more interesting and have more of a real world impact. Advanced virtual reality is just a virtual reality but advanced. It's kind of vague what it is, and we've already got fairly advanced VR. I guess like I'm thinking Star Trek Holodeck, where you don't need like the clunky headset and setup and stuff, and it's just you can walk in a room and it's I don't know.
Yeah.
Both are good, but I'm gonna go with A, kind of reluctantly. Anyways, but yeah,
Damn.
but it's cool that Baka Jr. has joined us in voice chat. Welcome, dude. How you doing?
Thanks,
Making
dude.
videos.
Doing pretty good. What about y'all?
We're vibing. I mean, we're all already here, so let's just continue on to the next Would You Rather. We got... I don't know how many topics this thing has, or like what
I think
kind
it
of
has a
things can ask.
lot.
It
I
has
think
a
it just,
lot.
like-
I've not... I
Yeah.
can't recall... I can recall seeing maybe 1 or 2 repeats in all of my time on Community
There
Build.
were some repeats. There will be some repeats, but overall there are a lot of topics.
Alright.
So-
I'm gonna read out the next one.
Oh.
Would you rather always know the truth but never be believed, or always be believed but never know the truth? That is a really, really interesting moral dilemma. I've definitely seen something like this before.
I think I also seen that because it reminds me of, I believe it was Greek mythology. There's this character, I believe Cassandra, where she can tell the future, but like nobody will believe
sounds
the future that she is saying.
Oh, yeah.
Is it just like never? Never mind.
I don't know. This is
I
weird.
don't know.
I think,
I feel like they're both just as bad.
yeah, like you could use
wait.
B for selfish ends, but it would. I can't think of much good of it. But A is like not that useful.
But
Well,
wait, you
Would
can.
it though? I mean, if you know the
It would be
truth, you
good.
know when someone is like plotting against you.
I guess, like, if you know of a danger coming, for example, you can prepare for it, but no one else is going to believe you, so no one else is going to prepare for it.
I mean, what if it's a personal danger though? They don't need to prepare for it. You just have to prepare for it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, true. But again, no one would
always
ever
know the
believe
truth.
you.
Do you mean,
mean-
omniscience, like always knowing everything, like all the truth, or like just not being able to be lied to?
I mean,
yeah, it doesn't
that's a
really
good question.
specify.
If it's omniscience, then I'm definitely picking A. Like, then let's say I can cure cancer, and I know
Yeah.
how to.
Well, you
I might
won't
as
be
well do
believed.
that.
Nobody will
Yeah.
use your advancements. They'll.
Nobody would use them, but like they can still like sure.
You could
Let's say
cure
nobody would
yourself of
believe them.
cancer, I guess.
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah, it's not completely useless. I mean, what does it mean by the truth? Like, do you have the knowledge of a god to, like, live forever or something crazy. I don't think it means that. I think it's more like, you know, if someone's lying, you'll be fully aware, you know, but no one will believe you when you point it out.
Not that cut and clear.
I feel like there's just no good answer here.
Because
With A,
B,
you risk
B
if
is
you're
just
ever
being
in
a
court.
politician, right?
Yeah, basically.
But with A, you're risking if you're ever in a court that you'll never basically be believed for anything, or if
You
you're
could
ever
I
able to
mean,
get
Goodman.
released.
You just,
I
you know, it
mean,
doesn't
I could
matter
just-
what you're saying. If it's completely
I could
false,
just-
you'll get away with it.
I can stay out of court. I can just avoid being a criminal, and that point gets dropped.
You could just say, I didn't steal that $100 million from this bank. It wasn't me.
They believe you.
Yeah. Your Honor, my client was in fact just doing a little trolling.
It
fair
wouldn't
enough.
be a happy life, but I think that, I guess...
I want to add will you press the
E.
button mechanics to this. Would you rather offers you 2 buttons and you can choose to press neither of them? The consequences and details you have to make up. I'm not pressing either. None of these, I can't decide.
I'd say B, but just like be a normal person, and like if you don't abuse it, you're just basically like
That's true.
an ignorant person at that
Yeah.
point.
I don't know. You're probably right about that. Alright, let's try another one. Would you rather have the power to bring peace to the world or have the power to end world hunger?
Oh, goodness.
Well,
Oh, easy.
here's
Peace to the
thing.
world. With enough time and peace in the world, like there should be an end to world hunger at some point if like we're all peaceful. Isn't,
It just like,
doesn't that make sense?
is it
Yeah,
just
that makes
no
sense.
no conflict, but I still hate you, or is it pure peace? You're my friend now type of peace.
Oh, I think the term world peace usually just means no conflict, but it's a good point to bring up.
Yeah.
A world
I
where
mean-
war doesn't exist. There's no, you know,
I mean,
conflict.
you know, world peace gets broken all the time.
Exactly.
What if I bring world peace and it gets broken tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
That's-
Good point.
it
It
doesn't
doesn't
say,
say
It
like,
doesn't
permanent.
say it'll
permanently.
last, yeah. It doesn't say that the
Yeah.
world
Neither.
can't become hungry again. So you gotta
Yeah,
think, what's
it
better in the
didn't-
short term? What's more useful in the
In
short
the
term?
short term.
Because it doesn't say that it'll last forever. It just says that you have the power. It doesn't even say that
can.
you have to use the power. You could have the power but not use it. You could just like
You can just know the secrets
in
to getting world
possession-
peace and just not use it.
Well,
you're just in possession of some way to do one or the other once, or maybe you could do it again.
Just
feel
the
like-
second your country gets attacked.
Definitely.
Yep, guys.
I feel like
world peace, my
ending
man.
war for a day.
How
I
would that work?
prefer over ending
know.
hunger for a day.
What about
But it-
ongoing wars? Like,
That's the
let's say
thing.
you brought world peace.
then
What would
I
happen?
guess
You just snap your fingers
They're
like
just chill
Thanos, and
now.
you just do it over and over every time there's a war, or every time
I
someone
mean-
goes hungry.
yeah.
It doesn't say how many times you're able to use
Yeah.
it. Well, it does say have the power, so it implies
You have the power,
that
but you
you-
can't
okay.
actually do it.
I think what they're
Yeah.
implying is permanent world peace or
Permanent
permanently
world
end
hunger.
hunger. But
Yeah.
if we view it as temporarily, I think that A. I would choose A because I mean, like, so many people are gonna die from.
You know, there's different sides to it. If you bring permanent world peace, we might miss out on conflicts that must happen.
Yeah,
We might miss
yeah,
out
yeah.
on a conflict against a terrible country that's torturing its citizens and is just, nope, world peace, I'm not gonna do anything
like,
about it.
No,
And
you,
then
you can't fight
world
the Nazis.
hunger, like, yeah, you solve world
Yeah, I never
hunger,
thought
but
that.
you don't, you drastically increase overpopulation.
Yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
So you have to think of that as well.
Well, then I guess
Downsides.
it doesn't really matter. You can just not use.
And again, how
power.
exactly would this even work? Presumably it's just like a magic
Yeah.
mechanism, but peace could very well be an authoritarian dictatorship which strikes so much fear into the entire planet that all of the world's united under one government, and if someone, isn't being peaceful, they get deleted from existence, you know? You could end world hunger by killing anyone who is hungry. So no hungry people exist alive, technically. That would end you know, I'm just saying.
You know, that's one of the worst solutions, but I guess you could do that. You can also like unite all the nations to like help them stop world hunger, but you know,
it doesn't specify. You have the power. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
I mean,
but,
if we take the thing that you just said, if I have such power,
the resources.
But see, if I have the power, if I am like this terrifying dictator to every single world leader, would they not listen to me when I tell them to do something about world hunger? Or something about,
point, right?
You know, just anything that's like close to a disaster.
What if you become a benevolent dictator? Where, from a structural point of view, you are an absolute authority, but in terms of what you actually use the power for, you know, use your power with world peace to get everyone to work towards ending world hunger, crime, and all the other things. This is kind of like Death Note. We got like the moral dilemma here of like, you know, this ultimate power, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna go with A, I think, because
Me too.
Insta kind of convinced me there, but also Baka's answer earlier, the first thing was actually really interesting. I think with world peace, you could work towards ending world hunger, among other things. You know, population management.
Also, it says
you know,
it
the
says
environment.
the power.
Population management sounds vaguely threatening.
Well, it could go many ways. How exactly you do that is up to you. I'm just saying. You know, avoiding overpopulation, shall we say? You know, healing the environment, all that kind of thing.
You know, going an even darker answer for the answer B would be like the worst answer possible would probably be like cutting up people and like feeding them to each other if we're going like
cannibalism.
Two birds with one stone, guys. Cannibalism to the future, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Cannibals, I see this as an absolute win. It's free real estate. Alright.
For real.
Alright.
Would you rather be able to instantly learn any skill or be able to instantly erase any painful memory?
Okay, I think
glad
this
to see
is
that we're
I feel like you can argue that A is B.
Based voice chat.
Overwhelming. I mean, come on, like, erase any painful memory. What if, like, that memory helps you get out of a life and death situation in like 10 years?
I don't know.
I mean, what if that memory makes you who you are? Like, I don't think I need to tell you guys. I love how you all, without hesitation, went for A.
To be fair, if it makes me who I am, I can learn the skill of stoicism and hiding my feelings.
Well,
and
this
not
is the
present
thing,
myself
right?
as who I am.
Well, is that a skill?
Erasing painful memories
do
isn't necessarily a good thing, right? Because those painful memories can be useful or important for you in some way. I mean, there's some which you might in the moment think, man, I'd rather forget this, but actually, like, they teach you something important.
Think about it, though. It's a painful memory if a family member dies. But if you erase it, do you forget about your family member that
and then
just
do you, like,
died?
relearn? Yeah, it's like, that just sounds like a cycle of torment, like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, it's a cycle of pain and pain and pain psychologically.
Whereas...
I'll do you one better than the
any
you mentioned
skill...
stoicism. You can learn skill to hit yourself in the head and erase a memory.
No, that's...
You could learn to erase memories anyway, if you wanted that anyway. So with A, you get both. That's a loophole. But also, instantly learning any skill would basically make you a god, right? Like, as long as it was something that was physically possible, like, it could be a game, it could be how to manipulate the stock market, it could be how to, like, impersonate someone without being caught, it could be, like, anything physically possible.
You could go by the extreme, like, how to become a trillionaire in 5 days, you know?
Infinite money glitch, and it could be anything...
Exactly.
There would be nothing you couldn't do. No, achievement you couldn't earn. No sport you couldn't win. No game you couldn't...
You're an all-powerful being.
It would be crazy.
Here's an argument. It's learn any skill, not master.
I mean...
True. It's not mastery.
To be fair.
It's not mastery. But it's
if I
instantaneous.
really
can learn how
want
to
to,
Could
play
be
the
speaking a
piano.
language.
I'm not like I can learn to speak a language. Doesn't mean I'll have like the accent or like
I
the
mean, if
full
I personally,
native tongue for it.
But you can
True,
learn the
but if,
accent.
you know,
Instantly. I don't know, you make a good
I mean-
point. It's not mastery, so it's not like godlike powers, but it would still be very,
it isn't-
very useful.
I mean, if it isn't mastery, you can just, well, not really. You can't learn the skill to be.
You could
better at it.
actually
That'd be
still
very
learn
funny.
it organically and practice to reach mastery.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
Just wouldn't be
Like,
able to use your
learn
magic
it,
instantaneously.
learn it, and then practice it, and then master it.
Yeah.
It goes
Seriously.
learn, practicing,
Here's the
mastery.
loophole.
That's the order.
Honestly,
What if it is to learn any skill, but be at the bottom level of it? Like you know it. Like I
As
know
I
how
said.
to play the piano doesn't mean I know how to play it good.
I
so
mean,
you could be
still,
like a jack of all trades then, rather than a master,
Master of
like master
none.
of none. Yeah, I can see that still being
I mean,
useful
it's still-
though.
learn,
be profitable.
practicing, mastery. If you want to do something, you need to have the base level. And
I
if
would.
the base level is so hard to get, you can
Yeah.
just snap your fingers and get it instantly.
It'd be better for certain skills, definitely. I think, obviously, B is a crap choice anyway, but even if it wasn't,
Oh
like,
yeah.
with A, I know what I would do with it. I would learn a language or two. I would learn, like, French, German, and Spanish, at least. I would, get good at video games, I guess, and then, like, pick
Hell
some skills
yeah.
that would land me a good job, that kind of thing. Like, I think there's still a lot you could do with that.
Oh, definitely.
So I'd immediately learn any like useful skills to be able to like maybe earn a bit of money.
You need
Like,
to fix your
that's
car,
easy.
you need to do
Like,
your own
hey,
plumbing, you don't want to hire a professional, you can do it yourself at least
Yeah.
okay. If it's like a small issue, it's like, that would be really good for DIY.
Hey, you can learn the skill to persuade somebody to do it for you if you know like
Indeed.
a master.
Oh,
if we're saying
yeah.
that
You
isn't
max
mastery.
out your speech stat. Speech 100. Speech 50. Alright. I'm gonna do a new one. Would you rather be able to... Oh, it's giving us the same one again.
Oop.
Uh-oh.
Alright, everyone, let's play
Maybe
devil's
try again?
advocate here. Why is master of all musical instruments the better choice? We have to reason why.
Oh. See,
It isn't.
It's
speaking
just-
all
Singing
languages
is
fluently...
Singing is music, so if you're a master of like singing, basically wait, it wouldn't be a musical
Okay,
instrument. Never mind.
let's take this under consideration. You can speak all languages fluently, but you're deaf.
Oh my
Ow.
god, yeah, see?
It's speaking it fluently. That doesn't mean that you know the grammar rules and the punctuation, and you just might get the context confused and not be able to write anything down for anybody
I just
to
realized
know,
it's
you know?
speak, not write or read. It's only speak.
It's speak.
Right? Isn't it like more people
And
know
what
how
if
to
you're
like
mute?
speak than write in the world?
Be able to speak all languages fluently, but you're mute. Oh my god. Yeah, guys, music speaks to the soul. Language only speaks to the face. It's different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Would you rather live in a treehouse in a forest or live in a houseboat on a lake? This one's weirdly calm.
Oh,
yeah.
treehouse, easily.
You know, I think treehouse would be better here.
Imagine the
Personally.
seasickness on a lake. I mean, not seasickness.
I mean,
it would be
that's-
lake
I mean,
sickness at this point.
Take into consideration that you live there. You're eventually gonna get used to it. But I more so consider what
Take into
disasters could
consideration
happen.
a hurricane.
Like
Yeah.
a forest,
yeah,
a forest
would be bad,
sure, I can
yeah.
get like a wildfire or a storm, but the treehouse must be solid for me to be living in it. Then a houseboat, you know, there's tsunami, or like everything could happen.
Honestly,
Also, the
Sorry, Matt,
problem
go
of
on.
food.
I
I would-
personally choose to live on a houseboat on a lake because I mean I personally have I
mean-
personally am very afraid of heights, so that would really impact my enjoyment on living in a tree house. And
Fair
also
enough.
Well, I
living
can't
in a
swim,
houseboat
so
on a lake
treehouse.
sounds really cool.
I mean, yeah, but
Depends
what if it's a
on the
treehouse
specifics.
on a short tree?
I
A
guess.
short tree. That's like
Yeah.
it's so short that you can jump down to the ground and it's not gonna do any damage. Like you're just fine. No fall
Right,
damage.
but do
Like
I get
1
to
meter.
pick if it's a
1
big
point.
short tree?
I
A
mean,
houseboat implies like it's pretty far in the in the lake. Do any of y'all not know how to swim like me?
well, this is the thing.
I mean,
as
Listen, I
someone
know how to
who-
swim,
Yeah.
but if you live in it, you're eventually gonna go so far that you're not gonna be able to swim to shore physically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It doesn't specify these
Oh.
things, but this is obviously just a question of personal preference, right? Like, I don't think this is a crazy
Yeah, sort of.
philosophical one. It's just a fun one.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say, as someone who's lived in the woods for a long time, I'm inclined to pick the houseboat in the lake, just because of the bugs.
A new experience.
In a
Oh,
forest,
the bugs.
the
Oh my gosh, I
spiders
hate
and
bugs.
stuff you're gonna get, summer is gonna suck.
Oh,
It's gonna
God.
be unlivable. On a lake,
Oh, summer in a forest.
I would need to get good at swimming, but I'm not too
You
worried.
changed my mind.
Oh, it's on a lake.
I don't
Oh
know.
my
Also-
goodness.
also,
that
yeah,
changed my
You
mind immediately.
immediately changed my
It's a
mind.
lake, guys. You're not gonna have to deal with
Yeah,
like,
hold
the
up, hold up.
ocean. The water's not gonna be very salty. You're not gonna have waves.
Yeah,
you're
you
not
know,
gonna
I
get
was gonna
seasick.
say, like,
And it's a
I
houseboat,
just
it's not a
saw.
treehouse. It's a lot more
Another
livable.
question then.
Lakes can still be
I mean,
pretty
I
dang
like
big. I don't know.
the way I read the question was just live in a houseboat, not specifying what water based.
Oh yeah, no. If this is in the ocean, it would suck. But
no.
Well,
a
to be fair, some
treehouse-
lakes can get pretty big.
I mean, a treehouse is just
Oh,
basically like a
yeah,
wooden
I mean-
construction. A houseboat has like actual bedroom, kitchen rooms, and like electricity and stuff because it's got like a generator or something. I mean, you could have that with the treehouse, but the fire
I
risk is
mean-
lower. You know,
Yeah, how would you catch fire in water?
you could always stay shored next to land and not go too far into the lake if that was a concern.
Yeah.
I think it's the better option, just from a practical point of view.
Yeah. Now that's a lake, like
The seasons
the
won't affect
natural
you as
disaster
much unless
option.
the lake.
I mean, it
freezes.
technically
Yeah.
would, because if the lake is
I mean,
big
maybe
enough,
winter.
it might give a toll on your experience. Like winter's gonna be colder and summer's gonna be cooler.
Yeah, I
But
think it'd be
then, like-
so much worse than a treehouse, though. The houseboat is going to be pretty much the same inside
yeah.
in all seasons. It could definitely be a problem, but like natural disasters could happen to either equally. I think like it's not.
True.
You're not going to get a tsunami in a lake. A tornado is possible if you live in that part of the world, or an earthquake.
You changed my mind. You changed my mind the moment you said anything about the bugs. Not gonna lie.
Let's go, let's go. I mean, I've only been on a boat like once or twice, but it would be. I think it would be interesting, but it's live on it. It doesn't say you can't like go out most of the days anyway, if that's what you want to do. It's just where you sleep, really. Would you rather live without the ability to taste or live without the ability to smell?
Smell, absolutely. Smell.
Smell.
No speech, no
Yeah.
talk, no conversation about it. Smell. Listen,
Isn't there
you
a
have
study
no
that
idea.
the smell is 80% of taste?
Yeah, smell is part of taste, but I would rather lose part of my taste instead
Listen,
of all of
I'm
it.
not gonna eat shit. I just don't want to smell it.
Here's an argument, though. Let's say you're smelling blood, gas, or something that can potentially endanger your life.
Yeah.
I'd
What if
rather
you
not
can-
be able to taste.
There is a
and,
reason we
like,
have
get in that situation.
a sense of smell. You might just
I
have
mean,
to. I mean,
To
but
be fair, the sense of that
like-
could backfire because you're not gonna be able to smell if there's a fire when you're home alone, for example, and it's just gonna engulf you quickly.
But
Like, my sense of smell saved me one time because I left the gas open on the stove without
Oh
realizing,
my.
and like
Yeah.
that could have potentially
Nice.
exploded the house. So like,
Whew, close
Save,
call.
nice save there.
Yeah, I gotta agree with this one. I think losing taste would suck because you wouldn't be able as much fun with food. But also, you could eat pretty much anything and enjoy it unless it had a really weird texture. Like flavor-wise, you're gonna be a lot less picky, I guess. And yeah, the ability
If
to
I
smell
lose
is
the ability to
important.
taste, wouldn't I be able to eat anything? Because like I don't
Food
mind
you don't
bland
like
food. So if
because of
so, if
flavor,
everything
yeah.
tastes bland, then I can eat literally anything to any dismay. Because it's gonna taste the same as like chocolate or muffins, for example.
well, it's not gonna taste the same as chocolate
You're
or
not gonna
muffins.
taste
There's gonna be
anything
no taste.
ever.
It's
I
not
mean,
gonna taste
yeah.
bland even. It's gonna be the absence of taste.
I mean, yeah,
which you
exactly.
don't
Because
even
if
know what
X
that's
is
like.
at that
if
point,
X
aren't
and
you
Y are
basically
equal to
eating what
0,
what is?
and Z is equal to 0, then Z is equal to X and Y, you know?
Bro, what are you saying right? Why are you doing algebra?
At this point,
Bro
the only
started
thing,
bringing the
if you
algebra, like...
choose the thing without taste, you're only really be able to taste like the temperature. Like that's the same with water. You don't taste water. You feel the temperature if
Yeah,
it's cold or hot.
you've got your sense of, like,
I
touch.
don't know.
Well,
Just flavor is non-existent.
I don't think I'd randomly just, like, chug a bottle of boiling water, though. You know?
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah,
but, like,
like,
if
you
you
can
got, like,
still feel the
tea,
temperature.
and it's, like, boiling hot or something, like, you could still... that's not gonna be a problem.
Listen, I've been drinking tea for so long that, like, I know how much to weigh.
Exactly. And also, you can put your hand over it and feel the warmth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say you lose the
You're just
Ah,
mistaken. It
I
says
think-
live without
I
the
think
ability to
you
taste, not live without the ability to feel.
Yeah. It's just taste. It's just, like, your taste buds, your tongue, your mouth.
Like pure water
No.
is. It doesn't. So you're basically tasting the temperature of water if you're drinking it, right?
Destillated water, it has, like... I mean, yeah, it's pretty bland taste, destillated water, but others have, like, different things in them from the areas they're taken and from the way they're filtered.
Yeah,
but
all the more reason
that's
for
besides
chilled
the point.
water. Carbonated water still would have that fizzy feel,
Taste for granted.
Now,
because,
tell
I mean, was it?
Do any of
oh yeah,
y'all
because it's a feel,
like
it's not
water?
a taste.
though. Yeah.
because you are never tasting nothing. You're always tasting something.
Isn't that like? Isn't
And
that a safety hazard with food poisoning? Because the way some of us, or like me especially, like realize something is like overdue. Because like you know, like we bake stuff at home, we like get soups and stuff. If it like I don't know how to explain it. It's a little bit more salty and
here's-
sour-ish.
Foul tasting.
here's what I'm thinking. You
I
can
mean, but that's just diarrhea, though. Who cares about diarrhea?
you can
Like,
maybe
Wow.
like have someone live with you that can tell you if it smells like gas and you need to get out of there. You can't have someone give you the experience of tasting something.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but at the same time,
Would you trust somebody with their life though? Like in case
mean,
of gas, let's say
yeah, I
like we're
would
talking
trust
about gas,
somebody
would you
with my
trust
life.
somebody?
You'd have to be with the right person, I guess. I don't know. I think there are dangers of not having smell are greater than the dangers of not having taste.
yeah, I was gonna say, this might sound selfish, but if I want something done right, I'll do it myself. I'll just smell the gas. I'm out of here.
Another point. Do any of y'all dislike water?
No.
That's... Who dislikes
Water is basically
water?
We're asking.
Exactly. Water is basically tasteless. So if you're eating something without taste, you're basically eating solid
Exactly.
water in the terms of taste.
Ultimate
At that point-
hydration, guys. Sigma
It's like-
hydration
it's
grind set.
warm.
This is how it's done.
Warm...
No,
tasting
you're
warm ice. That
water
sounds so
has
wrong.
a taste.
Checkmate.
There's a difference between
Water
tasting
doesn't have a
something
taste.
bland
Water has
and
a taste.
tasting
Carbonated
and tasting
water.
nothing.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I
have
think
a
Frog's
decent
right,
taste.
actually. Water doesn't taste of nothing, but it's very bland.
Are we going?
Let's do the next one. I
Are
think
we going
we've,
with
we've
the-
said everything.
Carbonated water is water.
I don't know how it would live without taste. Taste is amazing.
Taste is
I mean,
amazing. I'd
taste
hate
is
to lose
amazing,
it,
but so is
one of those
smell.
things-
It is amazing, but like
just
You
It
said that
smells
smell
really
is
sure,
a part of
but like,
taste. Wouldn't
does.
just smell be
it's a
enough?
survival instinct
Alright,
at that
guys,
point.
guys, next one. Would you rather have the ability to control your dreams or the ability to control the dreams of others? This is a really interesting one.
B.
I thought of that.
I
So
already lucid
it's
dreams. Like B is
lucid
the
dreams
option.
or mind control.
You gotta torment others with nightmares. Like your
A
worst enemies.
would be like interesting, but I'm gonna pick B because one of my arguments is that I have like funny as I like dreams that are funny as shit. So I don't want to control them. I want to keep them funny as shit. Okay, like I'm a rational person
Weird
and I have like
argument.
the weirdest ass
Having
dreams.
the ability to control the dreams of others, would that mean like you're basically able to alter their minds? Since like
I mean, yeah,
dreams
that is
are,
basically mind
as
control.
I would think,
Yeah,
like,
that is subconscious mind control. You know.
Kind of. It's
But
you're
wait,
not
like if you can make
controlling
somebody
their
think of
conscious
something enough, they're gonna believe it.
or reading their mind. You're just controlling
daydreaming equal dreaming?
other people's dreams. So you could
Does
add something.
daydreaming equal dreaming? Because that's like an entire psychological trick to make someone like hate you or not hate you or
Dude,
literally fall in love with you. Like, you can make them, if it's like falls into the account, if you have a crush, you can just make them daydream about or dream about you, you know? Like, think about the Riz opportunities,
mind
bro.
controlling them.
The Riz
Exactly. Like,
opportunities.
if you have the ability to control it, you can make it as realistic as possible, like to the point, like then mistake it for reality.
Oh man.
To be honest, having the ability to control dreams well
I've had dreams
sounds.
before where I mistake them.
I don't know. I can't imagine using that for good, to be honest. And I don't think daydreams count here. It would be interesting.
Yeah, it wouldn't make
if
sense.
I could like kind of give someone else
You can use it for
a
good.
dream they request, maybe.
I'd argue like
Oh my god! Imagine you're like a fortune teller type person, right?
Yeah,
and
a business.
you make a
This is a
business
passive aggressive type of psychological
giving other
manipulation. I
people
could
dreams.
literally-
It's like tell me what you want to dream, and I will make you dream of it. And it could be like a really spiritual looking thing. You could make stonks off that because it would actually work. It says
yeah, and
others,
also like think about
anyone.
it. This is like a passive aggressive way of psychological manipulation.
So-
Say Matt, it's
Could
like
also do
say
that.
I want to go on Matt's stream on a
Oh my
collaboration
God,
that's
yeah.
already closed. He goes to sleep, and I make a dream so
Literally.
realistic that has just me in it that for him it feels wrong to keep me out. you know?
Literally, you could do that.
Like it's crazy. The opportunities are
with
endless.
that point, wait. This has the implication, like, have the ability to control the dreams of others. Would you be able to control any person's dream around? Like, let's say I want to control the dreams of a dictator to like show him the good sides of not
my
being
gosh,
a
yeah, would you even
dictator.
need to
Like,
meet
would
them in
that
person?
be possible?
Or does it just take effect if you think of it, like, next time they sleep?
Oh my.
Yeah, others
Exactly.
is
Like,
vague.
how would you be
Others.
like? At that point, would you know of every person's dream on Earth?
Well, it doesn't say you know.
You
To
can
be fair,
control...
to be able to
so,
I mean, sure, but sure.
You
Controlling
know
the dreams
the
of others,
of
at
the
that
people
point,
you
you would know,
control.
like the person.
To be able to control something, you must have the knowledge of
yeah,
what it is.
it
controlling.
implies that it's successful, like, every time. So,
Yeah.
the thing is... excuse me, I was initially thinking A, because I would love to be able to control my dreams. I would love to be able to explore my kind of, like, subconscious more. I've lucid dreamed a
Lucid
couple
dreaming is
times.
fun.
with limited
Dreaming
success.
is a
Lucid
skill
But
you
B
can
has some
sometimes.
interesting
master.
ramifications, and I could just practice and hone in kind of lucid dreaming as a skill to try and improve that. That's a fun one.
You know, B personally seems passive-aggressive psychological manipulation with zero effort. And
Yeah.
that could take me places.
Or consequences. No one would ever know. It would be untraceable. You could absolutely use this for evil.
Like, how would you know that
Also,
I'm controlling
they
your
can
dreams?
sometimes
Like, it
be
doesn't
bad.
make sense, right?
Yeah, they'll just happen, and people wake up and think, that was weird.
Hmm.
Also, have like downsides. If you have the ability to control your dreams, and let's say you get to the point where you're controlling your dreams every night, like you wouldn't have natural dreams. Like, for example, I've had memories come back to me from when I was like 3 or 4 years old.
Wow.
That came to me in a dream. I asked my
Same.
parents about them, and apparently
It
they
came
were
to me in a
realistic.
dream.
Like, I'd rather have that.
Wait, but like,
Yeah.
wouldn't the ability to control your dreams tire out your mind? Because think about it, like, you have to like let yourself go, let your conscious take over. Like unconscious, you have to be
guess.
unconscious
I
to
mean-
dream. But what if you have to be conscious to control your own dreams? That would be like, that would nullify your effect, and you just wouldn't be able to do anything with it.
It'd be like, well, lucid
I'd see it
dreaming
as,
is a
like,
real
maybe
thing, right?
preparing
You
a
kind of
video.
walk the line. It's very difficult
Yeah,
to do for a long time.
but it's
I always
like-
end up waking myself up, but...
The ability to
Lucid dreaming is
control your
basically you
dreams,
Telling
does
you're in
that
a
equal
dream.
lucid dreaming?
Basically,
that
yeah.
is kind
In
of
a
what
sense, yes, and in
dreaming
a
is.
sense, no. Because lucid dreaming, I believe the general term for like is like that you telling you're inside a dream and you having the ability to control it. Basically, when you tell you're inside a dream, you don't have the ability to stay in that dream. Like there are things, for
Yeah.
example, like clocks and mirrors that you
It's-
shouldn't look into in a dream, which can cause problems.
It's
Oh,
like
boy.
dreaming. Yeah, lucid dreaming is when you're aware that you're dreaming. So you're like still asleep, but your consciousness is awake. It's like
Wait,
you are aware that you're in
okay.
a dream. How
So
much you
having
control
the ability
it
to control
is
dreams of others,
variable.
wouldn't that basically mean you're lucid dreaming for them? Therefore, you can't look into a clock and a mirror of any person's dream ever. There's no way, if you want to control every single person's dream one time, you're not gonna slip up eight out of 8 billion attempts.
I mean,
you know.
I don't know if you're.
I'd argue a
you're
different
lucid dreaming
thing.
for them.
Oh my god! I just
Yeah,
realized
it doesn't say
you
are
could
lucid dreaming
give
for them. You are
every
controlling the
person.
dreams.
You give every person on Earth the same dream,
collective
like
dream.
one night,
Oh
it would
my
be staggered
gosh.
because of time zones. And if you could do anything,
At
if you
everyone.
could shape that dream to, yeah, you could literally at everyone planet Earth, you could send a message to every human being, being like, you know,
Oh
there
my
is no
God.
God or something.
Wait.
So
And
right.
that would
Wouldn't
like
that
Imagine
move
the
people's
rank
heads.
possibilities.
That's really dark, because that
I-
technically has the power to convert everyone to a single religion.
Right?
You can think of yourself as God,
You
send
could create your own
everyone,
cult.
Oh my
everybody a message, and
Well,
every single person
You're not
converts
mind
to
controlling
Christianity.
them. Everyone's going to respond to it differently. But you could like
Yeah.
pretend to confirm the existence of a god or like
God.
aliens or something, and you could send a
Oh, this
message to
reminds me of a
every
Reddit
individual.
post. Oh god.
That would absolutely be
There was
crazy.
a Reddit post. There was a Reddit post where, like, if you had the ability for 10 seconds to say everything to the entire world, and they will
What would you
will
say?
all listen.
It's like that.
They will
But you've
listen
got
to you.
an
You
entire
want,
like 8 hours.
You don't control them. Yeah.
Whenever they sleep.
You have everyone in the entire world for the whole entirety of their sleep listening to you at that point. Let's say you had a
Yeah.
biggest prank ever.
That would
I'm
be.
just gonna play a podcast of mine, and everyone's just gonna subscribe.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, welcome back
Guys.
to Dream Central.
Subscribe
Remember to
to-
smash that like button and subscribe, or else.
Hey guys,
smash
I'm
your mother.
Insane. Welcome back to episode 5032 of the Dreamscape.
Imagine that would be so
I
cool as a
think-
podcast.
I think it's obvious what I think it's obvious what people would do with it if we had the power.
Oh wait, I do have an argument that what if they found out you
How
are the
would
one
they find out?
controlling
I mean,
the dreams? Would
how
you
would they do?
collaborate?
Unless you
that is-
reveal yourself.
Let's say you made yourself. Yeah, like let's say you made yourself into everyone's dream, then everyone would look for you.
Oh, well,
Okay.
yeah, then they would know, yeah, if you were there.
No, they wouldn't, because there could be just like a subconscious feeling of them, like maybe longing you or like thinking of you. Like a dream doesn't
people who don't
directly
know?
mean that, like. I mean, why would you make? See, if you have the ability to control the dreams of others, I don't think it's wise of you to put yourself in everyone's dream. That's just something that not even the stupidest person with this power would do, personally, I think. Like, it's dummy proof. You just don't have to face reveal.
Yeah, yeah. This is just incredible. I think, like, I gotta end the stream soon. This would be an amazing one to finish on, because there's so much to discuss, but I want to do a couple more.
Fair enough.
Maybe like 20 more minutes. But wow, that is a really interesting. That was a really interesting discussion. I might clip that. Alright. Would you rather always have the ability to find beauty and meaning in everything, or always have the ability to find solutions and resolutions?
No, there is no way.
Easily.
Listen,
Like,
listen.
A is modern art.
I'm not going to search for beauty in the Holocaust, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's really all that needs to be said about it. I
Like,
mean,
I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
search for
being
beauty
English.
in the Holocaust, in 9/11, and World War II. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
As someone who
Wait.
is like very in tune with the arts and more of like a English lit than a math guy, B. Always
on,
have the
what
ability for
what
any
about
problem. That's
What
what's
about the
implicit.
meaning?
This shouldn't be find beauty and meaning. It should be beauty and or meaning, since you
Yeah.
can find meaning in practically
But if
everything.
you can
but you can't
find meaning
beauty
in everything, you can understand why wars are happening. You can understand why someone hates you. You can understand why certain accidents have happened. You can solve crime scenes.
But with B, it doesn't matter because you can resolve it. You can
Yeah, you can
solve
you
any
can
problem.
find.
How are you gonna resolve it if you don't know about it in the first place?
It's
do you
what the
mean?
prompt says. I
It
mean,
says
can-
always.
yeah.
So
How do you find a solution to something that
What do
you
you
don't
mean?
know about?
What do you mean? How do you find a solution?
you'd have the ability if you found out about it. Like, I mean, if you don't know,
I
it's
mean,
not a problem.
Okay,
If
why
you
would
never
want
find
a
out?
solution to a problem that you don't know of. What
Again,
what problem
Guys,
you
you
solve?
always
that you don't-
have the ability.
No.
You're in possession of the mechanics. You don't have to use it. It's the same
No,
again.
like, listen to this for example. Listen to this for example. Let's say I wanted to make $1 million easily with B. I first off find a solution to be able to make $1 billion. Let's say the solution is to borrow money and invest it. I'd find the solution to borrowing money from somebody, and then
You know,
I'd
like
borrow
who to go
and
to
invest
and where
it.
to invest and how much and when. Yeah, you'd have all of that.
Because that'd be part of the solution.
Find
B
resolution
is basically
also means
knowing
like,
everything.
No, I'm
It's-
absolutely still on board with B. I'm just playing devil's advocate to
I
troll you guys.
respect it, but I don't think there's a lot to say. I think Froblin can call it right here. I'm gonna
Yeah,
do it
definitely.
all in.
Respect, yeah, but like, if it was beauty and or meaning, then you'd have like
Yeah.
a chance because or meaning would be pretty big. But
Beauty
it's
obscures
beauty
meaning.
and
I feel like
Sometimes.
everything that could be said about this was said in the first 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright. Would you rather live in a world with
Oh.
talking plants or live in a world with sentient robots as companions? Well, that's funny
No
because
question.
we're already in one
No
of those,
question.
aren't we?
No question. No question. I brought this up in the devil's advocate section of Matt's
Okay.
charity stream,
Oh yeah, go on.
and this is an Elon Musk quote. AI is far more dangerous than nukes. Like,
Yeah.
if we have
I'd
sentient
Hey,
robot
I'm sorry.
companions,
I need to talk about
define
this.
define companions.
no, I don't believe
feel like-
you must define companions.
I
I
don't
believe
want
you
to
define
hear-
sentient.
I don't want to hear what plants have to say. You're stepping on grass all of the time. Trees are constantly
Ow,
being
ow,
cut
ow,
down.
ow, ow.
You are
Well-
harming plants like every second you breathe. I don't know.
Fair enough, but
Yeah.
hear me out.
Two questions.
Hear me out
Plants is a
here.
Two
very
questions.
broad category.
Talking plants.
See-
What defines the audio? Like, what defines the volume of the plants? Like, are we gonna have grass basically screaming at the top of like
I
with
mean,
the
like,
audio of a human screaming at the top of the
yes. Yeah.
lungs?
Listen, would you rather have a painful experience while chopping wood and stepping on grass, or would you rather give an entity far more stronger and times smarter than you sentiency and the ability to betray you and use what you know against yourself?
Yeah.
Question:
second-
Sentiency doesn't mean it basically just means intelligence. It doesn't mean feeling.
No,
I mean,
believe
sentience is
sentiency-
AI. It's like we've got like AIs right now which aren't actually sentient. Sentience is like the singularity. I think it's gonna happen in the future anyway. So I'm gonna pick B. But
Being
yeah, I think
sentient
there's
is
hope for
not
that
being
one.
programmed and having a
let's see.
mind of its own. It's programming itself.
Yeah.
While ChatGPT, of course, it
As you
needed a
all know,
baseline.
I
This
like,
doesn't need a
uh,
baseline. This doesn't need it. And it's
As you all
gonna
know,
get
I
it.
like literature and like poetry. A
Yeah.
would basically nullify the saying if the tree fell in the forest, does anybody hear it or did it fall? A would basically nullify that.
Out of all my damn life, how is this voice chat active?
Hello, Iron
Oh,
Dragon.
wow.
I'm streaming. In case you didn't know.
We're doing a stream right now.
Oh fuck.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. I just wanted to respond to chat, by the way. Magyar Regent AI Waifu Let's Go reacts with Monica from DDLC. I'm glad one of us is thinking with our brain. And
Monica
actually, you know.
idea.
Yeah. The thing is, I think
I mean-
talking plants wouldn't be that good or that useful. I think there's risks with sentient robots, but I think maybe that's an opportunity for humanity to step up or face the consequences. I
It's
think
how
there's
far
hope for
you
that one.
extend companions, because
Yeah.
your companion robot may
Do they
think
have
that it's better for
bodies?
you to
Or
die
it's just like ChatGPT,
because
you know?
because you might have inner peace when you're dead as opposed to alive.
I mean,
I don't know.
if
So
they're...
I don't
they
wanna
could
hear-
exterminate you for
They're
your own good.
robots. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. I would go with B, but I don't like either of them, to be fair.
I'm going with A. I'm sticking
Yeah.
with it.
I should have done an
Against- I'm
announcement on this
against them
server we're
here.
doing. Iron Dragon left. Okay,
Ah, fair enough.
whatever. But yeah, I thought it'd be a nice surprise. The all right, let's do one more, guys. I think we've got time for exactly one last prompt. Yag, make it a good one. Let's do it. Would you rather have the power to end all conflicts and suffering with a single word, or have the power to unlock the full potential of every individual?
Oh,
Okay.
wait.
Listen, listen.
So do I basically just have the know you power with A?
Yeah, wait, you do though. What
It's
if
not even
someone
no
is like
you.
trying to beat you
You could
up?
just say
and you're
no.
like- yeah, it's like you just had like someone's coming to beat you up. Like people are gonna gang up on you. You're like,
No.
no, and
So
they
is
just
it-
leave.
Is it any conflicts? Because I thought you would just say a word and then world
It says
peace would happen.
all conflicts.
And it's
all
like, I
of
guess you
it.
have to keep doing
No.
it to keep the world with world peace, but like you could
Yeah.
choose not to say
But
it.
listen, you have the power to unlock the full potential of every individual. That could be a double-edged sword, because while you could unlock your full potential, you might be an evil maniac worse than Hitler.
Also, all suffering, not just conflict, but suffering.
I mean, there is no rhyme or reason. There is no actual way to end all suffering, is there?
With this word, there is. And you gotta choose
I
it,
mean-
presumably. Or do you not know
How?
the
I'll give you an
word?
argument.
You have to find
How?
the
I'll give you an
word.
argument.
You have to say every single word.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just grab this Oxford dictionary.
Or does
start
it
reading.
change every time you use it? So you have to find a random word to maintain a world free of conflict and suffering.
Just carry a dictionary with me. If someone's trying to beat me up, I just start shouting every word.
Aardvark and A.
It's like asparagus,
But look,
and they leave.
A gives you the possibility for like to end all conflicts and suffering. B can like lead to disasters. You don't
Listen.
know what their full potential is. Like
You have the
Like,
power to
you
unlock
say
it,
that.
but if you want to, is your decision.
Yeah.
yeah,
All
but
you
let's
can do
say
is
you
unlock
you
your
don't
full
know
potential
it.
and then be done with it. Never use your power again if you want.
I mean, yeah.
What if your full potential is like to be a dictator? Like I'm
Hey,
just
that's
saying,
some,
but what if it is?
just because I
not
unlocked
want
my
to leave
potential
your full
doesn't mean it's possible.
I mean,
See,
here's
if
the
I unlock
thing,
my full
right?
potential right now, bam, I have the
It's
potential
not
of a
like-
dictator.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not you
15.
get it. It's just
Like-
that you have the power to unlock it, so it's possible for that full potential to be met. But guys, you are in possession of the power. You don't have to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
I keep saying
Like-
that, but
Also, does
Yeah.
I could
Wait,
just
for
couldn't I just
example.
unlock my full intellectual potential and just review at every single time if unlocking someone's potential is worth it?
I guess.
Is
Wait, let's
Is
let's
A
define
just
full
any
potential
word you
first.
Well, yeah, because like,
Like,
is it
for example,
mental?
full
Is it
potential,
physical?
would
Is
it be
it
like-
both?
Like let's say full potential is like your prime in your life. Wouldn't that be good for full potential? Like the top,
Yeah, I guess.
like let's say in your 80s, you're the wisest you will ever be. So let's say unlocking your full potential for like
Yeah, like,
wisdom. would
You use the wisest
wisdom
of your
of you.
80s, the strength of your 30s, and like the mind of your 40s, like or something like that.
I see. Because here's the thing, guys.
says-
I don't like the way B is phrased. I
Neither.
yeah,
believe...
it's every individual instead of any individual.
I think we
individual. I know that's
already
not-
have the power to unlock our full potential. I think we always have that. And the thing is, what is our full potential is always our full potential. You can't have more than your full potential. So B
Yeah,
doesn't
but here's the
change anything unless it changes your full potential. I don't know. The implications of it don't make
Well,
sense
then
to
you
me.
can-
If I
people
know
reach their full
exactly, if we're
potential.
friends, okay, if we're friends and I know, like, we've talked a lot, okay? We know each other for years, and I know exactly what you're striving for, and exactly what you're thinking of striving for. Why don't I unlock your full potential to see you succeed?
Yeah.
Is it like,
I
but
mean,
like,
I don't know.
what other than like physical or maybe mental disabilities? Like, I mean, the potential is infinite for most people, isn't it? Like, what?
It's
I don't understand what it
technically
means.
isn't. There's a human limit to everything.
But that's not potential you can't unlock, because you can't potentially, you know, fly.
Let's say,
You know, like
Yeah, I said
like
that's a limit.
Superman. You know.
blind, like they're indicative or sight at that point. If you unlock their full potential, would they like their sight?
You know what? I would probably be like a magician and sell B as a magic trick that just boosts people's confidence, like psychologically. Because I think that's all it would actually do. I think A is more interesting, so I would choose A. Because I don't know how exactly that works, but even like the weakest version of it sounds useful
I mean,
to
to
me.
be fair, I think B.
Is it just
I
any
mean-
word you say?
Well,
is
I
world
don't
peace?
know. It's unclear. But even if it's like a random word that changes every time you use it, you don't know what it is. It's like, I think ending all suffering for eternity would be questionable, because I think suffering is part of the human condition, and to, you know,
Yeah.
suffer is to live. And there's a good
see,
Captain Kirk quote about this from Star Trek. It's one of those things in life that I think if there was no suffering, that might actually be kind of a bad thing. But I think having the option, the power, at least temporarily, to end all conflicts and suffering could be very useful and would be kind
Stop
of a net good.
suffering is to stop learning.
But that's the thing, right?
And-
Suffering has produced some suffering. There's plenty of suffering which doesn't have any silver lining or good side, but there's plenty which does. Minor
Yeah, but it
inconveniences,
says all
you know.
suffering. So that means that
Yeah.
the small.
But it doesn't say it does it
suffering
forever.
moments-
It just does it in the moment. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know.
What if you have to learn an important life lesson then?
Yeah, maybe
When are you gonna
B is a
learn
better
it?
option. It says end.
Both of them have
personally-
like
End
good
implies
and
that
bad,
it will
like-
never come back, right? Maybe I shouldn't pick that because it's permanent.
You know, I might consider I might consider it selfish for picking B, but I just want to succeed. I just want to see people around me succeed.
Yeah,
That's
man.
mostly
I
it.
respect that. You know
I just
what?
want to see people like
Sorry.
I don't know.
I
I just want to see everyone just absolutely thrive. I want to
Yeah.
see people around me thrive. I want to see my friends thrive.
Hell.
And if I can just do that with the snap of my fingers, I would. And if I could do it for myself, I'd save me a lot of stuff. And I think a year-old me would just knock some wisdom into my head when I need it.
If you had
So-
the ability to hold yourself back from like using B on everyone, you should totally
Having
pick,
your
pick B.
Your full potential implies that you're wise enough to know who to not use it on.
I guess. If you unlock
Exactly.
your own
True.
full potential, yeah, because it says every individual, yourself and others.
I mean, yeah, like I am an individual, so if I unlock my full potential, my mind capacity
Yeah,
has
you would know
exceeded
who
what I thought
use
it
it
could
on.
do. It's reached its pinnacle. If
You're
I'm
basically
that
the
smart
perfect
now,
version of yourself. Yeah.
exactly. If I reach that now, no better time to decide whether I should give you your full potential or not. 'Cause I know.
Wait, I found-
this
I
is the
found the
most
loophole for
sensible
this.
decision I'll make.
Oh yeah, there's a
B,
loophole.
have the power to unlock the full potential of every individual. Let's say you're like 80 or 90 years old and you used it on yourself at that point. Couldn't you basically have the vigor and strength of like when you were 30, for example?
I don't know if that's how it works. It's like the first potential of you when you're like old, but it would be more, I guess. But it doesn't just give it to you; it unlocks it, so now you're able to reach it. Which is why I
I guess
take
it could
issue
be
with
your
this.
fullest potential for your age.
I think your
the fullest potential
always,
for your age.
I think your fullest potential changes with this. I think it's just I don't think there's any.
It's subjective
lock
because my
on
fullest
it.
potential
think
now
it's
is going to be
purely
way
mental.
more different than from mine from 10 years ago or
Yeah.
from 10 years from now. You know.
Oh, true. Like at that point, we're talking about like full potential versus like physical capacity.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess
Like,
it's different.
if you have the potential to lift 100 kilo, but your body doesn't allow it, do you bend time and physics to be able to lift 100 kilo?
Nah, because you're not. That's not
I
something
say
you're potentially
no,
capable
since
of.
it doesn't say
Yeah,
ability,
exactly.
it says potential, yeah.
Guys, I think I'm gonna
It's-
do a Markiplier and leave this one hanging without an answer for the audience to maybe discuss. So I'm gonna end the stream now. If there's anything you guys want to say before we end, now is the time. That is the last Would You Rather. This is really interesting, but anything you guys want to say before we go?
You know, even if you can't unlock your full potential with the snap of your fingers, do your best to do it anyway.
Because I think you can. There is no lock on your potential, guys. The only barrier is yours, and it is purely psychological. You just got to believe, and then you can.
If you strive hard enough with passion, you'll be able to achieve it.
Alright.
Personally, I just want to say, like, nice to meet y'all, since
Yes.
this is basically
Nice to
my first
meet
time
you too,
talking
man.
to you.
Oh,
all.
yeah.
You've been in voice
Yeah,
chat
same.
once before, I think, but it was a while ago. It was like a charity stream or
Maybe?
something. It's nice to have you around, dude. I really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
but like,
so,
my
yeah.
mic was trash at that point. My mic was
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah, true.
It's
Yeah, I
fine.
remember now. Yeah, but you're always welcome, dude. If you want to get like the Mr. Matt suggestions role if you haven't already, like I'll ping you and you can join any collaboration. You'll be
I
like
think
pinged.
I have it.
Yeah, well, you're always welcome to join. I'm just saying, just react or whatever, or message me. It's fine. You have to use the system. But yeah, like it's awesome having you on, as well as Insta and the community builders, Mac Frog. Like I really appreciate you taking your time to come here. It's a shame we didn't have Corey, but maybe next time.
Hey, there's always a next time. We can continue this. Like,
Well, here's the thing,
possibilities
right?
for
Like-
streams like this are infinite, right?
This did repeat. I think Yag has definitely a smaller database of prompts, but it has some pretty good prompts. Some of these generated some really interesting discussion. We could absolutely do this again. So maybe this isn't the end of Would You Rather, and I think we need to give ChatGPT a go. I think that's an interesting possibility, or any artificial intelligence, or at least technically it's like a machine learning program,
Right.
but you know what I mean. But yeah, and also guys, community build. I don't really want to add Yag to the Hydration Nation because it's such a big bot with all these functions I wouldn't be using. I feel like it'd be like a big dead weight. I think maybe this is just another opportunity for collaboration with Corey's server. I mean, you've seen this place. I love how we've confused the residents, people like Proteus and was it Einwire? They just came and they had no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't announce this at all or coordinate it properly because we've been busy and I didn't give it the attention it deserved. But hey, we could do it again. This was a fun little surprise. So
Definitely.
that's it.
Chaos is always good.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, check the links in the description. Today's charity shout-out goes to Earth Justice. These guys are lawyers fighting for planet Earth. They provide legal representation for clients fighting for the environment. And your donations go towards a lot of officers and legal cases. I think it's based in the US. Things, relating to climate change and pollution. It's very important to check it out. They're a great organization. My Discord server and everything is down there. I've pinned in chat the community builds link. You can find that link on the Hydration Nation. Everybody, yes, everybody is also tagged in the description. You can find their YouTube channels. Last but not least, we have the QOTD. So all the people watching are in voice chat, basically. I don't think we had any attempts anyway.
I guess.
So I could just
What
not
is
give
this?
a winner.
Would you
I
rather
didn't, honestly, I didn't even read it.
Yeah, it was. Would you rather I use Yag or for future Would You Rathers or something else?
I mean,
There's
if
not-
there is
not
limited. It's limited. There's only so much you can do with it, and after 2 or 3 episodes, I believe it's not gonna repeat all the time, but it's gonna repeat frequently. So
If it's already
and if you
repeated
get
in this
something
one,
like, yeah, it's gonna repeat frequently, or at least that's my guess.
Theoretically,
Pretty sure.
can't you generate infinite
I
Would You
mean,
Rathers with, like, let's say ChatGPT?
Yeah, ChatGPT and other
theoretically,
AI language models can theoretically generate an infinite amount of would you rathers because there's an infinite amount of options.
apparently
might
we
not
can
be good,
generate an
but-
infinite amount of cheese, as in the word cheese. Oh god, what
I mean,
have
of
I
course we
started?
can. Like, why wouldn't we?
Proteus, what have you done? What have you done? Would you rather cheese or cheese?
cheese.
Would you rather
Oh,
cheese
cheese,
or
easily.
cheese?
Guys, we gotta hold on. Hold on, give me a second, I got a funny.
Get him. Give him the funny. Come on. Give him.
The funny is entering chat.
Oh, you better show it to Joe.
Who's Joe? No!
Joe Mama.
Dun, dun. It's like the Joker's theme. Yeah, he got me, guys. I need to, that's the wrong emoji. No,
Let's go.
Okay, they came out red for some reason, don't ask. What if I actually just went with that?
Wait, Matt, there's regional indicators. That's how weird. That's how
it's just
they use it.
Loads to type out. I don't want to bother, but yeah.
Fair enough, yeah.
That's hilarious. All right, but anyways, guys, yeah,
fine.
you've already got shoutouts linked below. You don't need to try the QOTD. If you want to discuss it in the comments, if anyone's actually watching this not live, which I doubt, but whatever. We had fun. This was a nice stream. This is the last stream I'm doing before I go on holiday tomorrow. I got to get packing tonight and stuff.
Have fun.
So yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, have fun.
Alright, I will see you guys in like a week. It's gonna be my birthday on the 24th. That's probably when I'll be back with a stream. I got a few more things planned for August, and then we're heading towards start of the school year.
Happy early birthday.
And stuff, yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And stay hydrated.
See ya. So, anyone want to plot
really know what to say.
Fall of Humanity?
Y'all want to continue actually off stream? If y'all don't have anything else to do.
I'd be down, yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
sure thing. We could move our noggins and like get some good answers in, you know. Bye-bye.